I see you two are hitting it off.
You're
old. I've been her student, you're her assistant for years.
That's right.
Yeah.
I said he's going to be the beauty, and I'm the brains of the operation for once.
He's not Anderson Cooper, you realize. It's
Anderson
just another
Cooper,
silver.
that's right. I'll be watching the debate, and I will be sexting Anderson throughout the entire debate.
So will I. How
Me
strange
too.
is that?
All right, we'll see who can get in there first.
All right, Kathy, let me give you the formal intro here.
Okay.
You read it. Go ahead.
Kathy Griffin has won 2 Primetime Emmys for Outstanding Reality Shows. She's also one of only 3 women to win the Grammy Award for Best Comedy Album. Grammy Award for Best Comedy Album. Oh, I won that.
Yeah, that was
you.
Yeah.
Sorry. And she is always running into famous people.
Clip.
Well, but hold on. Let's just talk about how I had to follow a horse. I've been doing this show since the 90s. I thought I'd followed everything. I followed a horse at a high school that doesn't want Macklemore to come.
Kathy,
I mean, what's wrong with you, Alyssa Milano, or whatever the heck that city is called? Let Macklemore come and sing for free, you idiots. He charges a fortune. He probably gets $500,000 a night.
Kathy,
Alyssa Milano, California.
Kathy.
Let him come perform for you.
Kathy, that was an intro to a clip.
Oh,
Of
sorry.
you.
And now Kathy Griffin doing what she does best. And then there's Kris Jenner, who's of course tried to make the deal with me. You know, she said, and she's very friendly, by the way, and she's actually said, "Can you please stop calling my daughters dirty whores?" And she was like, "Now that Kim is a mom," and I was like, "Oh." I don't make deals. I don't make deals.
You can't.
No, I can't. And I'm doing the Lord's work. I'm running into all the celebrities everywhere I go, and yet I can't make the deal. I won't apologize for a joke.
Yeah.
I'll apologize for, you know, if I like knock somebody over or cut someone off in traffic, or if I'm periscoping while drunk driving.
Right? I'm so jealous of comedians for that, because you can
It's
write it
heaven.
off as a joke.
That's right.
I was
It's under the
kidding.
umbrella of the First Amendment, which you do not get to enjoy the way I do. Yeah.
I can't.
And then when you say something horrible and
Yeah.
somebody responds, you go, "It's a joke,
That's
idiot.
right. No matter
it's
what.
a joke, you idiot."
In fact, you're the one who's horrible for thinking it, and you're being transphobic.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you always loved talking about the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Now
Well,
we
now
have
they're multiplying.
a whole
First
new
of all,
thing.
Caitlyn's changed the game.
Totally.
All right, so I don't know if you know that Caitlyn is the new Kylie, who was the new Kim, who's always been the new Kris.
Got it.
So there's a lot going on, and I very much appreciate how Caitlyn has her own transgender mountain that she lives on. So I've watched every episode, and if nothing else, I'd like to buy that house.
Now, do you have to be sensitive at all to
No.
this?
Yes.
Or
I
do
mean,
you
did I
just
say that
go-
out loud?
Yeah.
What I meant was yes, I'm very sensitive. Well, look, when it comes to comedy, you have to make fun of people, places, and things. Everything and everybody. And, you know, I will be at the iconic Mark Taper Forum,
Wait a minute,
which is classy.
Let me stop you.
Don't talk about the early days in the hole.
I'm not going to talk about the early days in the hole.
Because he was telling me about how when he first met me, I was playing some club called The Hole, which is, by the way, a catchy name.
Yeah,
When you hear The Hole, you want to go there.
That's after you closed in the toilet. Remember that room you
Look,
played?
I killed in the toilet. All right, I probably did a double or triple that night.
No, I just want to get. You're playing the Mark Taper Forum for how many nights?
4 nights.
And then where are you playing?
Carnegie Hall.
Either congratulations to you or what is wrong with the world? Which
That's
is
right.
it?
I'm part of the problem, not the solution.
Okay.
Yes, I love the Mark Taper Forum. I don't like that a lot of people in LA don't know where it is. So it's not the Inglewood Forum. I'm not actually in the Eagles or Fleetwood Mac. It is the Mark Taper Forum in the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion, and you can take Uber. It's easy to get there. You can take the Metro, and if you have a court date, you can.
There you go.
It's where you go for the Civic Center
It's
stuff.
also
You have a court date.
It's a perfect size.
It's 750 seats,
Yeah.
very intimate, like being in my living room. And there are no language restrictions. Don't bring your kids, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Do not bring your kids, or really
Do
anyone
people
faint
do
of heart. When I started out, every so often, if you're doing like a charity or function, I'd be vulgar, and somebody would say, "You know what? There are children here, Miss Griffin." I'd say, "Well, get them out. Not tonight. Get them out. This is not
Well,
appropriate."
why do they bring you in if they have
They
that
don't know
attitude?
any better. They don't know any better. They know the
Okay.
name.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes they might think I'm Kathy Lee Gifford.
Oh.
And it's not going to be an evening of Christian songs. I can guarantee you that. It's going to be negativity, vulgarity, and
Everyone has a
profanity.
story.
How much? I remember when I used to see you in the hole.
Sure.
You were making up 3/4 of what you're saying out there.
Oh, 100%.
yeah.
still
How
do
much
that?
do you do now?
I do 2 hours,
Yeah.
just me. I don't even have an opener because I have so much to talk about with everything from the debate to, well, across the board, the presidential race. I'll be watching, I'm on Debate Watch, and the debates are now like events, you know. And at the same time, I still have to see what's going on with my own personal run-ins. Like I went backstage at the Hollywood Bowl for the Lady Gaga, Tony Bennett show, and I got to be actually in the hallway when the two of them finished the show, and that was an exciting A-list moment, and no one else was there. So I'll be bringing the personal stories no one else has, and I'll just be throwing people under a bus. It's like that movie Speed. I never go under 55, or else we all explode.
I like that. Why
Yeah.
like a boss? Why?
Because I have been touring for so long that my assistant John actually said, you should name the tour. So if people saw you at the Kodak, formerly the Dolby, formerly the Hollywood, whatever, if they saw you at the Pantages or if they saw you at the Universal Amphitheater, they need to know this is all new stuff. I have all new smack talking, and also inspiring things to say to all the kids at the Alyssa Vallejo High School, who I'm sure, the Alyssa Milano High and prep school for girls, where I'm sure I'll be performing and inspiring young people.
Well, maybe they'll be inviting you after Macklemore.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure they will.
If they won't allow Macklemore, I'm pretty sure you won't.
You know who's a little bit like you? I just realized this is a strange thing to say. Trump, Donald Trump.
Okay. How could you take that back?
You will listen to
First
what I'm
of
saying.
all, I'm not building that wall. I want all the Mexicans to come in.
I want you to
let them in. I want Selena Gomez here. I want Eva Longoria here. Let them all over the wall.
I want you to let me finish the sentence.
What?
Okay. He goes out there and does an hour. And
I know.
no notes, and it's all kind of ad lib. It's like you.
But that's like a crazy person, right?
Well,
if a crazy person's off their meds, they can talk and talk and talk. And I'm not saying I'm one.
You're really insulted by this one, huh?
Well, my hope is that he sends me one of those tweets. Right? So once a week, I tweet Donald Trump because, he
And what do you say?
I say things like, hey, I don't think you should be president, but I do think you should get my coffee, and then I put a B word.
Oh. And nothing? So
no,
far?
and I want to hear back from him because
what's
I
it
feel
gonna
like he's
take?
kind of like the Amanda Bynes of candidates. Like, remember when Amanda Bynes would call everybody ugly on Twitter and stuff? So just think, if you vote for Trump, it's like President Gary Busey.
I just think it's you
fun, but
comedians.
it's not really real.
It's like you could take the year off. You have Donald Trump. The material's written.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's fantastic.
It's
also doing 80
fun.
cities. Sometimes I'll just read the local paper. Like I had a show the other night in Billings. And I know you're jealous. And it's Butte adjacent. And I just read from the local paper. I mean, this material is fantastic. Sometimes when I'm in the Bible Belt, I'll read these like Jesus billboards that scare me.
Nice.
But don't you find when you're in the buckle of the Bible Belt, those fans there for you are really passionate?
You mean the married gay guys with kids who come to see me?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
they love me. They love me, and they have a safe place to come.
All right.
What happened? Don't act like this is the one time where you're speechless after all these years.
No, it's over, and I'm unhappy.
What?
We got the cane.
It's over now. We got
Okay, so I'll see you at Mark Taper Forum in Los Angeles, 4 nights.
Okay.
Yes.
And if you can't make it, Carnegie Hall. Forum Wednesday. This is November 4th.
November 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Okay. All right.